guys, what's up? My name is T-Space, and welcome back to another episode of Back to School Sniping. Today, I'm going to be talking about pistol usage. It seems like when it comes down to it, a lot of people get confused and or flustered when it comes down to whether or not I should ADS or hip fire. Usually when you pull out your pistol, you're probably going to be in a firefight. There are some occasions where you might not be fired upon when you do pull out your pistol, but most of the time you will probably be fighting someone else when you do pull out your pistol. A lot of people know that when you are using a bolt-action sniper rifle, your pistol is pretty much your best friend. It is something that you can completely rely on in case if you mess up with your first shot, whether that being, not only just messing up with your shot, whether that be, if you get surprised, like someone jumps around the corner, you're not expecting it, or you can't reload fast enough and you need to pull out your pistol, to save your ass, something like that. But at any rate, when you do pull out your pistol, most of the time you're going to be fighting someone else. So let's actually just get into the meat and potatoes of this commentary, and I'm going to be saying why I don't really use ADSing when it comes down to my pistols. So I use the 44 Magnum, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you have seen in my commentaries and or just gameplays in general that I always hip fire with it. I haven't really explained on the reason why, and well, today I'm going to be explaining why I hip fire with my 44 Magnum. The initial thought behind it was because I loved Counter-Strike, and Counter-Strike had this gun called the Deagle, and in Counter-Strike you can't ADS. Before I go into more detail on what I'm going to be talking about, for those of you who don't know what ADSing is an acronym that stands for aim down sights. So now that you know, I'm going to continue back on what I was going to talk about. Now, given that in Counter-Strike in Counter-Strike you can't ADS with the Deagle, I pretty much wanted to replicate that, but using the 44 Magnum in Battlefield 3. That was the initial part and the reason why I used hip firing. But actually, after a while, after thinking about it, there's actually a huge meaning behind why I'm actually doing this. Now, let me explain the flaws to ADSing in these situations. Although a lot of people think that ADSing, actually it's true that when you do ADS, you get an increased accuracy. I mean, I can't argue with that, that's completely true. But given that you are fighting against someone that most likely will have an automatic weapon, whether that be a LMG, an assault rifle, or a carbine, whatever it might be, they will have a lot more damage output to you. And also, they'll probably have a faster rate of fire. Given that those two facts are working against you, you'll get suppressed and you'll probably die a lot faster too. So when you are ADSing, that increased accuracy, it's pretty much negated. Before you even get a chance to use it, your accuracy is going to be going to shit because of suppression. Suppression is stupid, but I'm not even going to go on about it because I can go on maybe about an hour about suppression. I don't want to. But anyhow, another thing that people don't really think about when they are ADSing is that it slows down your movement. It pretty much reduces your movement speed by about 3/4. You go from a standard strafing or like light jog to a slow and steady walk. You become this static target. And this is not something a sniper wants to be. A sniper wants to be a very mobile, dynamic, unpredictable target. You could, classify yourself as a mobile ninja if you want to. I mean, I don't care. But overall, when you are playing with a bolt-action sniper rifle, even if it's not with your bolt action, you need to still have this movement. It is extremely important, and I can't stress it enough. So to hopefully encourage or I guess support my argument here about why hip firing is better than ADSing in these situations, I'm going to be telling you your homework. So for your homework, I want you to play 2 games of pistol only. Now, I would suggest you play on TDM, but of course you don't have to. It's completely up to you. But given that this exercise is going to be based mainly around kills, I would highly suggest it. But anyhow, in your first game and your second game, I want you to for your first game, I want you to ADS only. If you are going to kill someone, whether that's close, medium, or far, you have to always ADS, no matter what. Now, I'm not saying you have to walk around ADS. I'm just saying if you want to shoot someone, you have to ADS. And it's going to be the same thing for the second game, but instead of ADSing, you're going to be hip firing. So whether that's close, medium, or far, you have to always hip fire. Now, I hope you guys learned, or hopefully, I convinced you enough to the point where, oh, well, if I'm fighting someone in a firefight, I should always hip fire. I hopefully kind of burn that into your brain in the short amount of time that I have. But overall, if this worked for you, please tell me, because I really do feel that hip firing is probably more beneficial in this situation than if it was in ADSing, or than ADSing would be. But don't let me, kind of, I don't know, misguide you, let's say, and say that, ADSing is completely bad and you should never ever do it. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is Usually when you're fighting against someone, and he physically sees you and you physically see him, it's more beneficial for you to pull out your pistol and hip fire than it is to ADS. Just given the fact that you have more movement speed. If you have less movement speed, you'll probably die a lot faster. That's my main point in this entire commentary. Now, if you want to record yourself and leave a video response to this episode, by all means be my guest. I do appreciate it. If you have any other questions or comments that you would like to ask me, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. But like always, my name is T-Space, and I will catch you guys later.